Thought I'd do a quick video on this homemade tank blind. I made it out of a 1,550 gallon water tank. The only thing that was in there was water. I purchased the windows from Typo Creek Outdoors, and they are Banks blinds windows. Worked out great. I think they're 22 by 14. Worked with a guy named Mitch there. Really helped me out. Seemed like a good company, good guy to work with. Obviously, as you can see, I patterned it off of the ASAT camo. Kind of a fan of that. And I also used the window cutouts as just little awnings over the windows. So what I did there is I liquid nailed the bottom and then used pole barn metal screws really tight. I mean, not going anywhere. It keeps the rain out. The windows seal up really well, but I just wanted a little bit extra added protection, keep it a little bit darker on the inside. One other thing, or a few other things I did, I used garage door seal and also liquid nailed the back of it, and then used it for a little bit extra added protection. And as you can see here, I drew out a spot for another vent. I put 2 vents in that I also got from about Banks blinds. Yeah, you can see it these definitely keep the water off. I sealed up the lid. I was getting a little bit of water in there, but that's taken care of. There's one of the filters or vents to keep the inside from sweating. Silicone. Then I siliconed around everything. I didn't do the greatest job, but it's not going on a house, and I'll just camo over the top of it, and it'd be good to go. Won't really matter. Kept the valve. Never know. That actually unscrews. I may go ahead and remove that, but I'll probably keep my propane tank outside, and I'll just run it through there, maybe foam it, whatever. But I thought it'd be good, and you can seal it up, whatever, nothing to get in there. Put a screen over it, be fine. The door, so that was the door and the windows seem like what I've gotten the most questions on. So with the door, what I did, I made this cut where the hinges are first. Cut it straight up and down. I used a circular saw and just dropped it right in there, and then finished out all the edges with a jigsaw just to make sure they were straight. But yeah, cut the door out. The first cut was the hinges. The door's 28 inches wide by I think 34 inches tall. Put the hinges on, and then yeah, it's good to go. Just made the other 3 cuts. I used garage door seal down here as well, glued it on and screwed it to keep it sealed tight. And then this is actually PVC trim here to go over that. And then I just used some barbecue latches that I had laying around for the door. They keep the door nice and tight, so as you can see, opens up really well. And then I built this frame as well to kind of keep it a little bit more sturdy. And then on the inside, I used stall mat that I had, luckily I had a connection to. What I did for the stall mat was laid it out in squares, pieced it together, and then this blind was actually light enough to where I just pushed it on top, traced around it, and then cut it out with a jigsaw. Probably took 20 minutes, I'd say, at the top. With the windows, I traced them on the inside and just held them up, traced them. They're all about 24 inches apart. And then so what I did is I actually had I did this one first, and then they all open up to the left on this side. And then I had them all open up to the right on this side, as you can see. Yeah, it worked out really well. Used 2x4s to, frame the door out, and then another piece of the PVC trimmed out the bottom, and then just made a couple shelves as well. The shelves really work well. Got a window rest from Redneck Blinds that was on sale, and then also got one of their lights. It was on sale. Don't know if I use it, but who can't use a light? The shelves, tried to make them to where they'd be out of the way as much as possible. But you know how that is. You think you're doing that right, and they'll work. They definitely work. They're nice. And then to cut those out to fit up against the curvature of the blind, I just set the wood on the top, set the wood down, and then just trace around. So didn't just make it as easy as I possibly could on myself. So there's the vent for the top. There's the vent for the bottom. Got a bottle opener. Might drink some root beer in here on occasion. You never know. The sound foam, I got that off of Amazon. There's some pieces that were all stuck together. They have the adhesive on the back. Those worked out pretty well. And then I still went ahead and added a little bit of liquid nail to those. I'll end up putting carpet over this as well, but there's really no point. But yeah, as you can see, these windows definitely seal up nice. No wet spots in here. It's been snowing, been raining. It's been great. They just compress together. I'd say when you're hunting in here, you would probably just, have them not latched or just one, whatever you want to do. But silent, really nice. Can't beat it. I think they were $50 a piece. And then keep it closed on the inside. Can't hardly see, but just got a, generic latch from Home Depot. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely happy with it. And I think, one last thing with the windows. I cut those out with the circular saw too. And then on the corner pieces, because you do have to cut them with the curvature of the sides, just use the jigsaw to finish those out. And like I said, you end up with a really nice, you end up with a really nice piece that later on down the line you can use as a cover over the awning. Real nice. But yeah, overall I'm thrilled with it. It's really nice setup. 7 windows, no blind spots. Yeah, it's great. And then I'll just use a little buddy heater, whatever, place it close to the vent, try and get some of the moisture out with those. Anyway.